Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, coming at you live from Germany for Dead on Dave Live. That's right, you know the show. We're going to talk about everything that's going on in my life, everything I'm thinking about, everything that's happening in the YouTubes, wrestling, sports, whatever's on my mind, whatever's on your mind, because we'll be taking your calls, your questions, your hopes, your dreams, your quips, your quotes, your loves, your likes, and so much more. We'll be taking that throughout the course of the show. We're going to have a good time tonight because there was a showdown. That's right, the latest content cop by idubbz has been released, man. The thing that is quickly being known as a career killer has once again reared its head. And I think by far, look, this was not his best content cop. His best content cop was Leafy. I don't think there's much doubt in most people's mind about that. As far as impact, as far as overall production, it had the time, it had the length, everything about that video. It was about as perfect as a video like that could be made because it was an exposed video without ever feeling like an exposed video. That's the big separating difference between that and the Tana Mongeau fucking video, because this was very much an exposed video. And what I liked about it so much was the fact that it was an absolute personal war. You could tell there was differences between this and the other content cops that he has done. He was personally invested. I feel every aspect of this video was done in a way to convey that. I mean, either by purpose, design, or complete happenstance. He looked ragged at times during this video. His posture was different than it was in other content cops. He was more disheveled in this video especially than he was in the Leafy video. There was just differences here. You could tell he wanted to absolutely get this bitch, and he did. He absolutely destroyed her. He beat the tar out of this woman, and because he not only called out all the lies, all the hypocrisy, all the absolute bullshit of not only what she does, but he found a way to completely take the wind out of the entire offensive word argument. Like, by the time the video was done, so many words seemed to just kind of lose a little bit of punch. They didn't seem to matter as much, even if that was fleeting. I don't think there's a lot of people who watched that and went into it feeling the same way about offensive words and offensive videos than they did going in. And I think that's a really, really hard thing to accomplish. I felt like he walked the line. And what I really liked about this was he went on and he said basically nothing that anybody else hasn't already said. There was really no new information other than like a new angle of the entire situation with Tana, which really did destroy her bullshit ass argument. But everything that he said, even though it was repeated and said before by other people, because this is now a pretty old situation, he did it in a way that was fresh and funny, and it just kind of punched you right in the suck hole. I loved it. It was so well done as far as just an exposed video, an attack video, whatever you want to call it. This was one of those videos that was just perfectly executed in that manner. It wasn't better than the Leafy. It was better than Keemstar's, but it wasn't better than Leafy's video, and it's not going to have as much destruction either, because after looking at all of the information that's coming out so far of how she's being effective, by the way, an apology video is coming. She looks like she's going to try to walk back everything. Nothing like losing thousands of subs to make you realize you may have screwed up, eh, Tana? But the entire situation has inspired me. And you guys know what happens here on Dead on Dave Productions when I get inspired. That's right, only one thing takes place. That's a copious haiku. idubbz content cop. A beatdown for the ages. 10,000 subs lost. If I would have said subscribers, it wouldn't have been enough. It wouldn't have worked. The haiku wouldn't have worked. But there you go. There's your haiku, your copious haiku on the idubbz situation. Holy God. I really did. I don't want to suck this off too much because everybody else is doing that already. But I think it's an important argument. I said something last night during the Catch 33 live after party of our second episode release. I feel that a context war is being fought right now. It's being fought publicly, it's being fought in the mainstream media, and it's certainly being fought on YouTube. And YouTube and social media might be the front lines of this entire war, because who really gives a shit what the mainstream media says? Because it's complete bullshit at the end of the day. The mainstream media is always going to have its skew, and I guess so does individual channels. But the difference is it's instant reaction that actually matters. You can react to a CNN report or a Fox News report, and nobody's really going to give a shit other than other people that are responding back to you. But with content creators on YouTube, there's instant dialogue. I'm going to be taking questions during this very show, getting your reaction to the words that I'm saying. That is a war on context. Not a war on context, but a context war. We're battling for that position. That's what everybody's going to be doing right now. Words are losing that same punch and disgustingness. Look, when a girl who is unbelievably devoid of any self-awareness goes on and states that no matter how you use something, it's racist. No matter how you use a word, it doesn't matter. It's racist. And she gets that just uncategorically shoved right in her asshole throughout the course of a video that will now be seen millions of times, lose right now she's lost over 10,000 subs. That's going to continue to go up. She's going to try and stem the flow with an apology video that I guarantee you is going to feel contrived. I guarantee you is going to feel self-indulgent. She doesn't understand what she did wrong. She's a self-involved kid. I honestly don't even have that much anger for that type of stupidity. Kids that age who have no fucking real world consequences throughout their entire lives for their actions or words, that is how they behave. She will get smacked in the face throughout the course of her life if she doesn't change course. And maybe this is the exact first thing that happens that makes her realize that. Even if this apology video that's coming is something that is complete full of shit and contrived, it's not going to matter because people are going to see through it, and I don't know how much it's going to help. I don't think this is going to be a Leafy level extinction event. I don't see that happening. While she's polarizing, I don't think she was as polarizing as Leafy. I mean, the worst thing you could say about her is she's an exaggerating, entitled, fucking shitty person. Leafy had a different image. You know, Leafy was being viewed as a cancer of YouTube in a lot of ways. And he made a lot of mistakes, and he paid for them. He ended up paying for them. Tana's mistakes are much more different. And, man, it couldn't have came at a better time. Like right now, with all the PC bullshit culture, with the fact that we have a president that got elected because of this PC backlash. That's the reason why Trump is president today. This couldn't have come at a better time. It couldn't have come at a better time. It's absolutely amazing. And I cannot tell you how happy it makes me to see somebody so self-righteous and so full of shit fall on her sword. Look, I'm not an overly big fan of most of what idubbz does. idubbz videos look, sketch comedy is very subjective, and if you dig it, you dig it. If not, not. But those content cops are must-see TV in every facet of the words. My wife and I, we watched it together. By the way, the copious wife is going in for her surgery tomorrow. Please go ahead and hit her up on Twitter at Mel776 on Twitter. Copious wife, she's going in for surgery. She's having her gallbladder removed tomorrow. Her gallbladder removed, the gall of that bladder. She's having it removed tomorrow. It's full of sludge and stones and and nicotine and anger and old dust and all kinds of stuff. She's going to anger and viciousness, and it's getting all removed tomorrow. So we'll have a kinder, gentler, copious wife. But she watched this video with me, and she is becoming more ingrained into the YouTube culture because she sees her husband maybe making a career off of it. Now all of a sudden it's much more interesting to her, which I love because, hey, we're all survivors. Give me some love on being a front runner. She high-fived me for being a front runner. But yeah, it's she loved the video. She was completely enamored with it, and I think it was one of those videos because of the message was so, it wasn't ham-fisted, but it was certainly on point. It was certainly, there was no subtlety to the video. It was very, like most of I mean, idubbz is about as fucking subtle as a hammer, but I love the way that it took down every negative connotation that this fucking bitch stands for. I loved it, and my wife loved it, and I think most people, I don't see people watching it and getting overly angry because he says the word nigger. I just don't see it. It's not one. If you watch it and you come away from that, then you just have this mindset that the word cannot be used in any context, which he addresses in the video. It's either all slurs are okay or no slurs are okay, which was one of my favorite points that he makes throughout the video. Certainly not an original point, but it's well put at the moment. It's well done, and it's perfectly poignant at that point in time. And I love how he did it. I love that he didn't just make it about his personal anger towards Tana for being a cunt towards him. Now, I did find it interesting that he spent so much time referencing and re-referencing the I hope you break your legs and lose all your subs and all of that. idubbz is not known as a guy to be insecure, at least throughout his videos. This is a guy who's worn a green spandex suit and said, I'm gay and all this stuff. This is who we're talking about. So to see him vulnerable a little bit and obviously a little angry towards something that was said about him, I found it interesting. I felt it gave the video different legs. I felt it made the video feel a little bit different than his other content, especially his other content, Cops. That's what I enjoyed about this video. It was personal. It was real. And I like that. I like that it was rushed too. I like that he knew he had to get this out. He couldn't spend more time and going into her other content, which I don't think he needed to do. I mean, how much more could have possibly been said? You could have went on and you could have really gone into her content more and done more about the things that she does on a daily basis and everything. But the reality is all of her videos are the same. All the videos are the same. It's pretty ridiculous. By the way, we just hit 50 likes on the video, so we'll go ahead and do a hat change for you guys. And if we get to 100 likes, we'll switch hats again. And I thought it'd be nice to debut a new hat. That's right, we got a Pikachu hat, a brand new Pikachu hat, because what's more ridiculous than talking about all this YouTube drama than a fat guy doing it in a fucking Pikachu hat? It doesn't get more ridiculous than that. But you know what? It doesn't make it any less poignant. And all that being said, I want to go ahead before we continue on and we get to your calls, your questions, your hopes, your dreams, your quips, your quotes, and all those good things. I want to give a shout out to everybody who's here. 125 people hanging out with me on this wonderful evening, and I couldn't be more happy. Poxy's Pip Scotland, the Blood Warrior, the Gaming Fault, Carl Gibney, the Lovebirds are here. Really fantastic artist, the Lovebirds, by the way. Really, really, really fantastic artist. She does these great little comic strip-esque type Twitter posts. Fantastic. I really enjoy her work. Speaking of enjoying work, Real Talk Metaphor Messiah is here, and he's really, really high. You got to go check out what Real Talk's doing. He just cut a brand new studio video in a super high-tech studio there in Las Vegas. He's absolutely killing it. He's taking on the world. I'm so proud of my man. Go check him out on SoundCloud. He made his return to Shop from the Point this 2 days ago, last Sunday. Did a great job there, as he always does. Make sure you're checking out Real Talk Metaphor Messiah. He does the opening song here, Morning Light. Go check it out on SoundCloud, and also a video on this channel done by Rodimus8, The Gaming Fault. Will Dillon did this great video on Morning Light. It's the entire song set to images and facts about Real Talk and this song. So go check that out as well. We see ECR up in the chat. I don't know if Bunty King is here. It's his birthday. Make sure you guys go tweet out to Bunty King. Happy birthday, you brown bastard. What an amazing human being. Praise Keck is here. So is Mike Fitch. Mike Fitch, probably the most normal name that we're going to see. Nikki Garbett is here. Hanging out. One Up Charlie, another really good creator. I like One Up Charlie as well. Aeon, my co-host for Nerd and the Jerk. She is hanging out. You can also find her on Shopping the Point. Anna Oreo. I love that name because there's a cookie. What, baby? Oh, and she's also, yes, well, at least last week she was. I might be firing her after her last performance on Trivia. No, I'm just kidding. She is the copious questions goddess. The Gaming Fault is here. So is Pip Scotland. The Master Mans is here. All kind. Mark Parrish. Thank you guys for hanging out, man. I hope you are having a fun time. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. By the way, if you want to support the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel and all of that good stuff. Okay. If you want to get involved in a deeper way and you want to see things get crazy, I've decided to completely do away with the Russian roulette version of Instant Regret. This is 6.4 million Scoville unit chocolate. Some hot ass chocolate. All right. I was doing a Russian roulette style. And I've decided to nix that. People don't seem to like that as much because they don't want to pay for just a chance of me burning my mouth. So reality is this. Anytime we get to $100 donations, $100 in donations on any given stream, we're going to take a bar of this, a piece of this Instant Regret chocolate, and I'm going to burn for all of your enjoyment, okay? Also, for every $5 we get tonight, we're going to also be taking, no, $10 because I'd like to get to the 100. For every $10 that we get tonight, we'll also be doing some medicinal water shots as well. So all kinds of good stuff happening throughout the rest of the show. And if you want to support the channel, go right into the description box and donate. There you go. There you go. By the way, ECR just put in the chat, 8,018 subs. That's right. We hit 8,000 subs. You guys are amazing. I couldn't thank you more. We're on a hell of a ride right now, and it's all because of you guys, and I really do appreciate it. All right, let's get into some calls. Let's hear what you guys have to say. Oh, geez, you got to turn stuff down, dickhead. You got to turn stuff down. Try to take your call, and you fuck me in the butt. That's not good. We are taking your calls. We're going to open up the phone lines, and we're going to go ahead and take some calls on Skype. David Vancura, DavidVancura, and of course, number 702-751-2902. We'll also be going over to Discord. That's right. Oh, we got our first donation of the night. Oh, boy. Naked Zombie donated $5. Some young people need a good smack in the side of the head for producing crap like this. Young lady does. I agree. And since we got our first donation of the night, that means we will take off. No, for $5 more, we'll take our first medicinal water shot. Let's go ahead and take another call. First call of the night. 630. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hi, Dave. All right. So I have a question, and please don't take it personal because I know it's sort of what you're doing as well. How long do you think people are going to continue to milk this whole idubbz and Tana situation? Because I know with Leafy,
go ahead.
People were making videos for like months. No, sorry.
As long as it's compelling. As long as it's compelling, as long as more information comes out and makes it interesting, I think it's worth talking about. Look, I think this is a different. One of the reasons why the Leafy video was compelling was because there was different connotations to it. The whole bullying aspect of YouTube. It was funny because idubbz is a self-proclaimed bully, and he loves to bully people. He says it in his video when he does that to Leafy. Leafy, of course, was getting so much shit for being basically a ruthless bully cunt to people who probably didn't deserve it. So there was that context of a feeling of what people were doing on YouTube. This is very similar to that, but maybe even on a grander scheme, because what's happening in the world right now with the PC culture and what happened in Berkeley the other day. People can't give speeches because of scary words, because of feelings of magical words. So I think this is even more important because a context war is being fought, and people like idubbz taking on people like Tana and others who are so ridiculously hypocritical and full of shit might be the most important fight to free speech and freedom of expression that we have on YouTube. This shit needs to be taken a stand. So I think people will do videos on it as long as it's important. Eventually it's going to wear out. There's no question about that. And people are going to get tired of it. And then something else will happen. There'll be somebody will send dick pics to somebody. Somebody will try to fuck a child. I mean, horrible things will happen on YouTube, and people will talk about it. That's just the life of YouTube.
Right. And do you think that maybe sort of in a way that because the community knew idubbz was going to make this video, that sort of they kind of fucked him because it made idubbz have not really anything new to talk about and it was less impactful? I mean, what do you think about that?
No. In fact, part of the reason why I was so impressed with the video was because of that very reason, that everything that could have been said about Tana was already said. We did an episode on it on Catch 33. Everybody's talked about it. Everybody has exposed her. Everybody has put all of this ridiculous shit out there about her. There was no new information to be put. Yet he was still able to make something entertaining, funny, and most important, poignant. And that's something that's hard to do. So I think because of the fact that everything was already out there, it shows what type of a job he actually did.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I guess that's true.
I mean, look, the reality is this video could have fell on its face and did no views and had no impact. The likes could have been bad. The dislikes could have been up because everybody had already heard it before. She didn't get any impact on her subs and everything, but all of that is the opposite. People love the video. It's getting praised. It's being held right up there with the Leafy video. She's losing thousands of subs, over 10,000 to this moment, to the point where she is about to do this, I'm sure, a self-indulgent bullshit apology. It's impactful. And the fact that it came out after everybody else already beat it to death, I think says more about how good of a job he did.
Right. I think her apology will probably be quite sincere.
Really?
I think she doesn't seem that fake about it. I think she realizes that she fucked up and she wants to make a sincere apology. But that's just me.
Let me ask you this, because I find that interesting. It's like, if you know that if you've been doing shit like this for essentially 6 years, since she was 13, she's had people call her out in the past. She's had things happen, but she's never had any severe consequences. She's been able to skate by because she's been able to use things like, I'm a Black Lives Matter advocate and all this stuff. All of that has been completely shattered. And now that it has, now she wants to do a real apology video. Now she really wants to walk stuff back. Is that actually being apologetic and remorseful? Or is it just reacting to consequences and doing what is expected of her to do because she was called out and beaten so badly? Is there a difference?
I mean, it might seem that way. Sometimes it takes something like somebody ruining your reputation for you to see how wrong you were. Like with Keemstar, I mean, yeah, he's still a dick, but I mean, when his reputation was ruined, he did gain humility from it.
I don't realize there was no true humility there. He's gone back to being absolutely every bit of the monster that he was before. That was
I agree.
Yeah.
Keemstar is like there's no hope for him being like this genuine great guy, but like what I'm saying is it took all that for him to like openly be like, you're right, this is wrong. And I mean, Tana's a lot younger. She's 18. Yeah. So I mean, it could be sincere, it could not. I don't know. It's just my
the thing with Keem, though. Well. The thing with Keem though is that his career was threatened. And that's when he decided to get remorseful. And now, as soon as he got his power back, he went back to being the insufferable cunt that he was before. That's not real remorse. It just kind of shows that everything was full of shit. Now, I hope that that's not going to be the case with Tana. I hope she really does learn from this and she becomes a better person because of it. That's what I'm hoping. I'm not expecting of that. I'm really not. I don't think it's going to happen because typically these type of people who make this type of money at such a young age, especially on YouTube in a new format where there's not a lot of respect for it yet, which isn't her fault, by the way. It's everybody. It's just a reality of a brand new medium where there's money being made. You're not going to have a lot of respect for it. You're going to win until you lose. And now that she has, it's like maybe it hasn't been enough yet. Maybe she has to lose more. And we'll see. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Great call, by the way.
Right. Yeah, thank you for taking my call. I'll let you get to your other ones.
No problem. You have a good night. Thanks a lot. Good stuff. We'll also be taking your calls on Discord, by the way. We're also going to be taking your calls on Discord. Let's go ahead and take another one. 718. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hello?
Hello, 718. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Oh, my gosh. I didn't think right here you would actually pick up this phone call. And I just want you to know, I'm just throwing this out there, Dave.
Yeah.
I was watching a Grade A video. I forgot to lower the volume because he has such a loud voice. And yes, I was the first douchebag right here who made the call. I didn't even expect to be the first caller.
Well,
and I ruined it.
Well, you were, and you're ruining it again because you're not getting to the point. So what do you got for me, buddy?
I'm just throwing this out there right now that no matter what has happened, Tana Mongeau, people like her are just going to get away with it. It doesn't matter. Give it about a couple weeks. Everything will just be water under the bridge.
Really?
And the show will continue. Think about it. She's going to lose a couple.
Well, let me ask you. Would you say Leafy got away with it? Leafy was on.
She's not Leafy, though. That's
no,
the thing.
She's not. But here's why it's important. She's not Leafy. Leafy was on a rate of growth that it was unprecedented on YouTube. The only other guy who had the type of growth that Leafy had at the time where all this happened was Captain YouTube himself, Mr. Felix PewDiePie. Nobody else had that type of growth over the type of time period that he had, and it came to a screeching halt instantly, and he still hasn't recovered. So I think this can have long-lasting ramifications. I'm not sure that it will. Why do you think it won't?
She's the type of person who has a unique audience. Leafy has another set of audience. They just love what he used to do. You know, those cancerous videos, that's what they call it. The video every day, the cringe videos, bullying pretty much. Now his content has gone stale, but Tana, I think she will make a recovery from this, though, unfortunately, if you think about it.
She
has a completely different set of audience.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, her audience is the exact audience that got attacked here. Because this wasn't just an attack on Tana. This was an attack on that entire false narrative fucking viewership, that entire bullshit-ass group that is self-indulgent, that is lacking in responsibility, that makes fucking ridiculous claims while being hypocritical. You know, it's unbelievable. It really is ridiculous. How can anybody claim to be an advocate for any type of civil rights or type of human type movement while stating that any type of use of a word makes you a certain way? It's ridiculous. It boggles the fucking mind. And this is the type of people that she kind of placates to. She plays to that crowd. That crowd has been damaged as much as her. People are looking at it, they're thinking about their life choices at this moment, and they're leaving. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think a lot's going to depend on her apology and what she does afterwards. Hopefully she'll take a little bit of a YouTube break. Shit.
For Leafy, all he had to do, just do nothing. Yeah. He should have never made that response video. Or just go with the joke. Because if you look at that content cop, it was just a complete satire of Leafy. He should have just went with the joke and everything would have been okay. What Tana should have done, if I were her, just do nothing. Don't even make the video to begin with. But she got greedy.
That's the funny thing.
She was so greedy. She wanted the money. Yes, she made money all right. Yeah. But was it worth it? She ruined her brand. She should have just done nothing.
That's the funny thing.
And she would have gotten away with it.
Most of the time, that's all you have to do. With YouTube, all you have to do is do nothing. That's it.
Yeah,
just
stay away from politics and drama. And I mean, unless you're Keemstar, for example, or Scarce, then yeah, you're just reporting the drama. But
you can
don't be an advocate for.
You can be in it. You can be in it. I just think that you can't make reference to that. The fact that you're in it. You know? You know what I mean? Do not be self-referential, because you're opening up a huge weakness when you do that. When you let people know that the things that you're talking about can rattle you if you get criticized or fucked with, you're done. You're fucking done. It's over.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a big fat shit sitting here in a Pikachu hat. And guess what? I'm being called a fat shit in a Pikachu hat, and I don't give a flying fornication. Why? Because it's the one thing that I talk about most on this channel more than anything else. Own your shit. It's all you got to do, and everything else will take care of itself.
There is one thing, though, I have to point out, though. I noticed that idubbz, with all these content cops, he's just growing and growing in subscribers. And I'm telling you right now, give it a couple more years, he's going to get up to like 5, maybe 7 million subscribers.
Oh, easily.
Those upcoming content cops are going to be deadly right here.
They already are. You know, I mean, like...
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
The last
That's the thing.
10 days, everybody, all the speculation on the upcoming content cop and all of this stuff, it was ridiculous, man. I mean, the fervor that was around it, people were anticipating this thing because they know what it does. They know what it's capable of doing. I mean, up until the Leafy thing, there was one set of rules. And then what happened to Leafy? It rewrote the book. And now we know just how much this can affect somebody. And it seems to be so far happening again. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be very interesting.
The thing is with idubbz, I don't know if this is genius or insanity for him to actually go to that meet and greet and just test out that experiment.
It was neither. It was
personal.
I love the fact that he said the same thing in his video that Clown, Tommy, and I said on Catch 33. It wasn't even a funny joke, and he says it himself. I love the fact that he did not hide that this was personal. I loved it. Because the Leafy thing was not
more
personal.
Serious.
There was nothing personal about the Leafy thing. But this one, it was personal, and I liked it. I loved it. Loved it.
I know. I feel like Content Cop is that one kind of, well, idubbz, he's the one YouTuber here that he's becoming necessary now in this whole YouTube game. Because all these people right here, like the reaction channels, prank channels, for example, I don't know, these guys need to be exposed, and just people need to like see them for what they really are. Well, people like Tana Mongeau right now is on the hot seat.
It's very hard to do what idubbz does without consequences.
It really is.
I'm just
surprised.
Context does matter. Context does matter, and he's really good at never seeming a way that certain words will make people seem. He has a way of, for good or bad, whether you like it or not, of being so over-the-top ridiculous that you simply can't take most of what he says seriously. So he floats. He gets away with stuff, but for the right reasons, because context does matter. Context matters, people. A word isn't just damning because you use it. That's ridiculous, man. Words have gone through different meanings, different variations throughout the course of time. So, words have become slang now that were once different, good or bad. They've changed over the years. It's what happens to words. It's the meaning, the connotations that we place upon them as a society. That's the whole point. It's the whole point. You got anything else, 718? Great call, buddy.
Yes, I got one more question.
Make it fast. Make it fast.
The most important question I have to ask you, and please, I need honesty.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm very ready. I am fucking, my nipples are tingling. Hit me.
Triple H or John Cena, who would win again if they were to go at it again?
John Cena. There you go. That's the answer to everything. The answer to what cures cancer is John Cena. All right. You have yourself a good night, 718. Take it easy.
You too. All right.
Good stuff. We are taking your calls. By the way, if we get to 100 likes, we will change up hats. We'll go to a hat change at 100 likes on the video. Hit that like button, and we will go ahead and change hats. We'll go to something else, all right? Let's take another call. We're having a good old time. Let's keep it rolling. We got some great calls. 570, you're the next caller. What you got? You're live with Dead on Dave.
Hey, man, I got a question for you. Although I did like the content cop, I thought there could be a lot more, and it kind of felt like he was almost like set himself up for like a layup with a content deputy. You know,
What?
I don't know if anybody else got that. Anybody else got that impression? But he did say that he had more, and it was kind of rushed.
Yeah, well, he had to. He had to rush it. I mean, like the way things went down, the way people were talking about it, he was already a little late to the party because everything that was in his video was already being said. So he knew he had to get it out. I'm sure he wanted to go into her content even more. But the thing is, if you've gone into her content and you've watched it, there's really not a whole lot more to expose. She embellishes everything. She's just not a good human being. She's nasty. I mean, really, what more could he have said? So I think it's good that it got rushed.
I see what you're saying there. Like the only thing I was thinking was just that he had the foresight to go and do the thing at the concert or whatever you call it, like that meetup.
Yes, her concert.
You know, that she would respond to it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Holy God.
That he had the foresight that she would respond. You know, so I think there might be a content deputy coming in, depending on how Tana Mongeau handles herself.
Tana Mongeau, that's right. You got anything else for me, buddy?
No, buddy.
All right, you have yourself a good night. I appreciate it. Thanks for calling, buddy. Take it easy. Let's keep it rolling. We got some more callers. By the way, the chat is awesome. Thank you for 107 likes. We got a hat change. We've gone Stay Puffed with it. Stay Puffed. You know how it is. Let's go ahead and take another call. 803, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
So, a lot of people were talking about how idubbbbz Content Cop, it's necessary to expose people. I don't think it's really exposing people. It's necessary, but it's more the fact that he's calling them out for what people know.
Well, that's what an exposed video is. That's a call out. that is calling out. It's an exposed video. It's just another word for it.
Yeah. But it's more the fact that people just need to see him say it and flock to him and then realize, yeah, that's what they're like. Yeah.
Well, it's because he does it in an entertaining fashion. He does it in a way people can connect with because he does it in this people know that idubbbbz is a troll. It's what he fesses to. It's not like he's not Keith Olbermann, you know. He's not this real commenter that has the credibility is there, but not for the same reasons as like a mainstream media. He's not Walter fucking Cronkite. He's a guy who dresses up in ridiculous outfits and says outlandish shit, and then he calls out other people who dress up in ridiculous outfits and says outlandish shit. So he has credibility within the context of he's never going to be known as the Walter Cronkite of YouTube. No, he's just a guy who doesn't let his own ridiculousness be self-defeating. That's all you got to do. And that's why people gravitate to him. And he does it in a very, very funny fashion.
Exactly. Like he definitely like you're saying, he's a troll and everybody knows that. Like
that's not a bad thing. I'm not even saying that. I'm not even saying it in a bad way. It's not a bad thing at all.
No, it's not. It's not even because even if he is a troll, he's still pretty intelligent with what he does. But
I'm sorry, I got completely distracted. Final thoughts, because my wife is ridiculous and she's coming on camera whether she likes it or not. You got anything else, 803?
No, not really.
All right, buddy, you take it easy. Okay.
The ladybirds.
Okay, my wife, if you guys thought I was ridiculous in any way, shape, or form, this is my wife. She says this is for the ladybirds.
I can't see
You gotta come down. That's a full bodysuit Pikachu. Look, she's got a fucking tail, folks. This is oh, don't fall. This is a woman who is less than a half a day away from her first ever surgery. Yeah, you're half a day. Here, wait.
That yellow makes you fat.
There's Pika wife, the copious Pikachu wife. Look at her butt. She got a big old ass on her with a Pikachu tail. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. You had enough? I can't believe that you put that on. Why would you do that? That's amazing.
I had a conversation with her, and she had a comic where she drew Pikachu.
Yeah.
And said, "You guys need to get some Pikachu."
We have Pikachu costumes. Yeah, we already own them. We do have 2 of them. Holy God. It's amazing. That's the Copious wife, folks. She is a half a day away from getting her first ever surgery done. And this is what she did. Look what she does. She's amazing. She's so great. So great. All right. Let's take some more calls, man. You're wonderful. You know that? 201, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
What's up, Dave? How you doing, man?
What's crack-a-lackin', buddy?
I got some questions for you about this idubbz thing.
Yeah.
And Tana Mongeau. At first, okay, I'm 18 also, and I know what the word nigger means. And when I heard idubbz's Contact Cop earlier, I was like, how'd you not know what it meant? You should have, if you heard it in a rap song. Yeah. Yeah, she was full of shit. I know what it means.
Yeah, it's called a lie. It's called a lie.
Yeah, at first, I watched 3 times because I thought she was fucking hot, but after her, so yeah. But yeah, so my reaction to this whole shit is she's completely buried, and I hope her apology means something to you and the Catch 33 cast, because I enjoy loving that shit. I love that shit. And I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I got a question for you. All right. Are you ready to see your brother win the title this Sunday at Chamber?
My brother, you talking about Bray Wyatt, the eater of worlds? Yes, I am. He's definitely winning it. Elimination Chamber, Bray Wyatt is winning it. We'll be doing a whatchamacallit, a live reaction, but also a prediction show later on in the week for Elimination Chamber. So yeah, that's coming too.
Oh, I love that.
All right, man.
I love that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate giving a shout out to the wrestling content, buddy. You have yourself a good night.
You too.
All right, take it easy. See, if I was better at my job, I would have made sure I put this hat on while you had the stupid costume on. But
I thought you would throw a Pokeball at me.
I have one right there. I could have thrown at you. There's a Pokeball right up there. I could have thrown at you. I could have put on the hat, the whole shebang-a-bang, but I didn't because I'm awful at everything that I do. I'm just terrible. I need to be put down. I need to be euthanized. I need a YouTube euthanization. So it needs to happen. All right, let's go over to Discord, man. We haven't gone to Discord yet tonight, so I do want to go to Discord. Well, let's take one more call on Skype. One more call on Skype, then we're going to go to Discord. Matt, you're live at Dead on Dave. What you got?
Yo, what up, Dave?
What's crack-a-lacking, buddy?
All right, first off, let me kill that other kid's dreams. AJ's walking out with the belt.
You wouldn't want to bet, would you?
Not letting that go. I'm not betting on it because I know it's not going to happen.
Confidence, man. Confidence.
So, all right, let's get to my question. So, well, I don't know if it's much of a question, but H3 and idubbz recently, they've been doing this stuff with the people acting like social justice warriors and putting them in their place.
Yeah.
So do you think that's going to stop people from overreacting and doing the social justice warrior kind of stuff on YouTube?
No, of course not. No, people are always going to react in this manner because here's the thing. Most of the social justice warriors out there and people who try to talk down to others, they have an air of superiority about them. And the fact is, there are portions of their rhetoric, of their diatribe, that is accurate. Fundamentally, some of it might be true. Maybe you shouldn't say things that hurt people's feelings just to hurt people's feelings. But that doesn't mean that you have a right to try to destroy that person or even worse, silence them because you have hurt feelings. And that's the culture that needs to be destroyed. That's the narrative that needs to be fucking ground into the dirt. And I do think Ethan may not be the person to be leading that crusade, but idubbz is. And it's not because idubbz is more insightful or more fucking believable or trustworthy. It's because he is this community. He is that troll. He owns who he is. This is the first time that I remember something actually really fucking with him. The fact that Tana called him out months ago and said some really ridiculous and mean-spirited things towards him, and he included it so much in this content cop, it means it fucked with him. And that doesn't happen all the time. It's so rare that he makes something personal. But he did this time. And I like that because it didn't change the fact that he was 100% right. He was still able to do it in a way that really kind of killed it. I loved it. You got anything else, Matt?
Nah, Dave. I'll be tuned to some more shows with the Chamber coming up this weekend, though.
Awesome. Take it easy, buddy. Have yourself a good night. Good shit. Good caller. Let's go over to the Discord. Said we go there. So we're going to close down Skype because there's no reason to continue to have it open. And we'll go over to the Discord. Thank you, all the people who called in on Skype tonight. Really do appreciate all of your calls, your questions, your comments, your concerns, your hopes and dreams, your likes, your loves, and all that good stuff. Let's go in to the Discord and start taking some calls. Let's start with, a good friend of the channel, good buddy of mine, the one and only Hound. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Good evening. How are you?
Good evening. How are you doing, you sexy voiced motherfucker? What do you got for me?
I'm doing quite well. Congrats on the 8K, by the way.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so I was watching the KAIJU 3 podcast like a couple of hours back. Absolutely loved it, by the way. You guys did an amazing job. Vega's also an amazing editor.
Vega killed it, man.
He's doing great. Yeah. And I would have to side with Colossal. One thing he said, that the Tana woman, I don't know how to pronounce the last name. I think it's Mongeau or some shit.
Mongoloid, sure. Tana Mongeau.
Yeah.
Let's call her that. It works. It fits.
She stretched the video way too much. I think it was to get over on the sympathy side, to squeeze out some salty tears, you know?
Well, of course.
Because of course she's a woman, and then put in the black activist advocate or whatever she wants to be. I gotta be honest,
the black advocate thing wasn't even the worst thing she did in the video. It wasn't even the worst.
No,
thing
definitely
she did in the
not.
Video.
But
the worst thing she did in the video was the violence angle.
Oh,
the
yes.
violence. That's the worst thing
Fucking
she
hell.
did in that video. The social justice warrior, Black Lives Matter bullshit we see all the fucking time, and that's damaging, but it's not that damaging. But this
one thing that it's kind of stupid though,
stating that she was in a fucking actual physical threatening position.
like it was a struggle, like she hurt, like he hurt her.
That's dangerous.
What's
That's
stupid though is
wrong.
people filmed it. She could have realized,
She's an idiot.
people are filming. I shouldn't probably make lies up about something that happened in the event, because people film it, and they do all kinds of shit with it. Let's say we meet at Germany,
stupid,
right?
man.
And I walk up to you and I put my arm around you and I do whatever, and all of a sudden you make a video saying, this big fucker came up to me and he fucking started strangling me, when in reality all he did was have a little tussle with you, and then I bought you a beer or whatever.
Yeah, it's called a lie. It's just
exactly.
called a lie, is all it is. I mean, at the end of the day, she lied. That's what she did. She lied.
Yeah,
she
it's a terrible thing, because if you try to stretch a story, or you can exaggerate the story for comedy purposes, but once you put violence into it, it makes a totally different story. Because what if people film it and they believe it? If anything, people are crazy enough to dox people. They could have doxed him and sent police to his house with video evidence of her saying that. That could have damaged him completely different.
Oh, 100%. And the fact that he went and made a big rigmarole of going to the event, people saw him, people knew who he was. Like, I don't buy this shit. I think she had to have known who he was. I really do. Look, originally when the story came out, it was believed that there was only like 9 people in the room.
She could be telling the truth, though.
No, she can't be. She can't be.
Well, to be fair, she could not be paying attention to how everybody looks.
That has nothing to do with it.
That's the thing.
Look, that was a organized event. She had security. She has managers.
That is true.
She had people selling merchandise to idubbz. This wasn't a music crowd. This was a YouTube community crowd. This is people who
actually
watch
you're right, because people will also recognize them, and maybe
there were hundreds of people in the room. His video proved that.
You're right.
He was in the back of a line of hundreds of people. You're telling me not one of those kids knew who idubbz was? Get the fuck
actually
out.
you're right.
I can't believe it for a second.
Yeah.
Refuse to believe it.
It's so stupid though, because she stretched it so much, and then one thing that I think is personally very stupid. We've talked about this a fair couple of times. That I don't really give a shit about race or anything like that.
Yeah.
But she is such how do you word it? I think it's a pandering,
full of shit. I mean,
also that. But she panders so much that it's not even normal. How fucking how much white guilt are you pretending to have to make up for your own mistakes? Like, she said nigga quite a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, by the way.
And you know what? I used to be one of these people, and it wasn't even all that long ago, where I just didn't want it said on my channel, because it's not because I even felt outrage about the word itself, but I know what it could do to you as a creator. I know how it can hurt you, but you know what? I'm tired of it. I don't see the point of continuing to have.
It's just a word. Like he said, the word faggot,
that's the thing,
and all that kind of thing. That can hurt other people. The gays are people that get shot these
days.
days.
But we know that it is more than, to a lot of people, it still is more than just a word. The point is, and that's okay. It's actually okay that people have a guttural reaction to these things. What's
Yeah.
not okay, and I think this is important
Shows
to
sympathy.
make. It's very important to make this differentiating argument because it's okay. Nobody is telling people that they can't feel a certain way about a word. But the problem is when you let your feelings become the basis of an attack on a person, community, or culture, it is completely self-defeating and full of shit. You're no better than the word that you're saying is demonized. You're no better
definitely.
than it. You're no better than what
It's
it
what you
stands
said
for.
as well, that if you give power to the word, it means way more than let's say faggot. If I call you faggot and you power to the word, if you just say like, haha, that's funny, you don't give direct power to it. It's just like saying, oh, well, all right, you're right.
Well,
That could
the
be a
funny
thing.
thing is, you don't give power to the word at all. You give power to the person saying the word.
Yeah,
Like,
but then again,
if
it's
you
still
call
sort
me a
of
name, yeah,
feeding
but
into it.
here's the thing: most people want to
Yeah.
think that an argument between two people is more than an argument between two people. But most of the time, until
true.
that argument gets taken to the masses, like Tana did, the reality is
Mm-hmm.
that situation between idubbz and Tana really could have died right there in that hall. He didn't think the
That's
joke was
true.
that funny. Most people didn't think the joke was that funny. And the fact is,
She could have
had not-
destroyed him, like he said
had
himself.
she had not reacted, hold on, we got a donation. That means I'll be taking a shot of medicinal water.
Oh shit!
Had she had not reacted to that video, she wouldn't have given power to the word. It would have died. It would have took the wind out of his sails if she maybe she would have even just said it and just laughed about it. It takes all the wind out of him. There's nothing more to say. But when you make it more about than just the one-to-one person, let's say you call me a name and I don't react to it, you walk away, you're like, well, that didn't work. But if you call me a name and then I go, you know, fucking Hound, you have a lot of gall, you have a lot of nerve saying that shit to me, and then I go on YouTube and I blast you for being this and this and this, well, then I've made it a situation. I've created this narrative. I've created this bullshit fucking world that didn't exist until I reacted that way. It's such a weird argument to have. You know what I mean?
And besides the fact that she probably, it was actually smart on her end, but also very stupid. She made the video. She made it 25 minutes long, so she got a lot of ad revenue. She got a lot of money off of that, and that's probably why she made the video. She could have solved it, as you said, there and then, but she probably thought, hey, I know who this guy is. I could make a story about it, make money in the process, and he'll do a content cop on me, so I'll even get more views.
Yeah.
That could be like one of those things that she plans out.
There's a lot of stuff with it. And like the one thing he said in
It's
the video
dumb.
that I love the most is he called her predictable. He knew what she was
Yeah.
going to do, which I honestly didn't think was possible. I didn't think anybody could possibly plan out how someone was going to react. But even he didn't know the scope of how she would react because he had to rush his content cop because she reacted so fucking ridiculously. So
That's probably true.
all right, buddy. Let me take some other calls, Hound.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
appreciate
dude.
it. You have yourself a good night.
Good luck to your woman, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
She's
Thank
alright.
you very much. She'll be going in surgery in about 12 hours, and she'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
Good luck to her.
All right, buddy. Take it easy.
You too, man.
All right. So we got a couple of donations. Thank you very much. We got some medicinal water. This is a potion. It's medicinal. And here we go. Oh, God. Oh, that's awful. That's nasty. Why are you shaking your head? Oh, you want to try it? Well, you can't try this because it'll kill you. No, it's disgusting. It tastes like fucking ass juice. Let's take another call. Let's take a good friend. Oh, we got her burping. It's the copious questions goddess and co-host on Nerd and the Jerk. It's the one and only Aeon. How you doing there, Dolly?
I'm sorry, I just laughed and then I was like belching when you dragged me in.
That was great, man. That was freaking
I
awesome.
had to stop my belch. I was like halfway
Perfect
through.
timing. You never stop a belch. You might explode. It's science.
I might die.
You might die. What do you got for me, Aeon?
I was just wondering if you saw the second the full version of idubbz visiting her, because he posted a link to it in the description of Content Cop.
I didn't watch the what he posted another video of just the
what he
no, I didn't see that.
when he posted Content Cop on his second, he has two channels. On his second channel, idubbz TV 2,
you
he
stalker.
posted another video which was like the full version of him visiting her, and I seriously think that she must have fucking known it was him, because in the video when he walks up to her, she goes, "Oh my God, slay me!" And like she looks really excited at him, and then when she breaks away and he's like kind of following her a little bit because he's like basically heading toward the exit. You can hear somebody backward go like, "Oh my God, it's idubbz!"
Yes,
and I don't know
that
if
was
it's her
after the
streaming or a
fact, though.
fan.
Yeah,
She had to know.
She had somebody. Look, she has an entourage. Somebody had to know, and I don't know if somebody tipped her off. But you know what? She's so devoid of self-awareness that even if she did know, she probably still didn't see it coming. Probably
exactly.
still didn't see it coming, because that woman does.
But
not...
I don't believe anyone when they put up the defense of she didn't know who he was. It's like she must have fucking known. That entourage nobody even described him. She just like ran off, and they immediately were like, "You got to get out of here."
Yeah.
After they heard
somebody
idubbz
sold him merchandise. I mean, people sold him items. I mean, come on. He was in the back of a very long line. That room was filled with people. Somebody had to recognize him. Somebody had to recognize him.
Exactly. So that entire argument just pisses me off.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's like somebody must have known.
So much about her argument pisses me off. Like everything about her.
Well, like her entire argument, even before, like, because Content Cop came out, pissed me off because it just like disturbs me how little common sense or critical thinking skills she has.
Oh yeah, but that's
now, like if that was the case, she's just fucking retarded if she doesn't know. Like I heard it in rap songs. People in Vegas saying all the time. It's like, bitch, I lived in Vegas. You don't fucking say that word.
I lived in Vegas too, and let me tell you, you don't know. No, it doesn't happen. It's bullshit.
And then, like a rap songs, no one does the hard ER. They say like nigga or whatever.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. Look, it's a complete. It's an excuse. It's all it is. It's just an excuse to try to get her out of trouble. That's all it was, and it was bullshit. And most people saw through it. But the thing is, this is who she is, and this is who she appeals to. These are people, these special fucking snowflakes who don't think consequences apply to them. That's who she appeals to. So.
Yeah, but and then like the other thing too was I don't understand why, like obviously like I understand now because she's a fucking idiot, but like when she was originally responding to like him saying nigger, I don't know why she didn't say like when I was little, instead of going like I thought it meant friend. I think she should have said something like I knew what it meant as a kid. I was stupid as a kid. I know better now. Like because that argument, I think
once again we go back to stupidity and lack of consequences. If you don't believe in consequences and you believe that you can beat anybody and you can win and people are just going to take you at your word because you're cute, because you're pretty, because you have power, whatever the case may be, you're a very dangerous fucking person at that point, because that means you have no self-awareness. If you don't know who you are, you're going to walk right off a fucking cliff while you admire yourself. It's just reality. People take themselves down more than anything else. idubbz doing that to her didn't take her down. It was her reaction to the event that took her down. Had she not done anything, had she not gone on this self-indulgent fucking rant on her channel, none of this happens. None of this happens. But she tried to make it more than it was, and she did what she always does. She exaggerated, and she was full of shit, and it came back to bite her, and I'm fucking glad that it did. Aeon, you got any last words?
It looks like somebody in Discord named themselves Aeon's Belch.
No, nice.
Shout out to whoever that is. And then Tommy NC was wanting to call in through Skype. He's not near his computer, so he can't call.
I saw that. We don't need how long did I take Skype? I took Skype for 40 minutes. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, I know. I just figured I'd mention it in case you didn't see it.
Thank you for putting me on defense. Appreciate that. Jesus
You're
Christ.
welcome.
Yeah, I saw. I was very aware. Thank you, Aeon. You have yourself a good night.
Cool. Bye.
Bye-bye. Let's take Mr. Irish. We know Mr. Irish always has all kinds of insight. Let's bring him in, the one and only Mr. Irish. You're live at Dead on Dave. What's up, buddy?
Hello.
Hello. What's up, pal?
I just wanted to call in because I watched the video yesterday and I give it 8 out of 10. But today I watched it again and I was saying I give it yesterday I gave it 10 out of 10. And today I watched it again just to, because I liked it.
Yeah.
And I said I give it an 8 because I felt it wasn't about the content. It's a content cop, so it should be about the content, not the individual, what she does on Twitter. Because she told her to kill himself on Twitter. That got nothing to do with the content, if you know what I mean. Like,
you make a good point, but
it's not about.
I get what you're saying. he did talk about her content at times,
A little
but
bit.
what I liked about it, and I think it's okay that it went out of the realm of content because this was obviously personal. He didn't hide the fact that it was personal. He looked different in this video. There was no professionalism in this video. This was a personal thing. And I guess that could be a detraction for some people who are purists to the content. But don't you think that's kind of pretentious? Don't you think? I mean, like, we knew what this was. This was a necessary. If you're ever going to break the fourth wall of being a content cop, I think this was the appropriate time.
Yeah, but I think it should have been not rushed. I think it was rushed because there's so much hype about it, and because anyone could make a video clown or anyone, so he kind of rushed a little bit. But I think if he didn't rush it, if he wasn't made to rush it, if you know, it would have been a lot better if he kind of gone in depth more. It was personal, but I think it could have gone in more, like, because I don't know, it just didn't feel.
I disagree, and I'll tell you why. I think that had it been longer, had it been more fleshed out, it would have been a worse video. Because even at 20 minutes, it started to repeat itself. Because exposing someone who has no content to expose, because she doesn't have content, she just goes on and embellishes stories. Every single video is her going on.
Watch her.
I sat through as much as I could of her. She just goes on and embellishes stories. That's all she does. It's all she does. So what content is there really to expose? The reality is he would have never have been interested in doing a content cop on her had she not attacked him. So this was all based off of personal fucking reasons to start with. So because there are thousands of people on YouTube, some even bigger than her, that do videos and content very similar to her. But he doesn't have a reason to call that out because I don't think he has a problem with it until they make it his problem. She made it his problem. So he fucked her. He fucked her right in the butt.
He did.
Loved it.
She did kind of. Telling someone to kill themselves on Twitter is going to get you the attention of someone. You know what I mean?
He didn't call her a nigga. He didn't call her a nigger faggot. He didn't call her anything. He used the word, and her self-righteous bitch ass decided to go on a rant and say that she wishes he breaks his legs and lose all of his subscribers. What type of self-righteous bullshit is that? She deserved everything she got.
It's stupid.
I hope that she learns from it, though.
And
look, I don't hate Tana. I don't. She's a kid.
I don't either.
She's a kid. She's a dumb kid, and I hope she fucking learns. I hope she's fine as fuck, by the way. I mean, really fine as hell. I mean, just beautiful, beautiful girl. I hope that she learns from this. I hope she grows. I really do. I hope she gets some self-awareness. I hope she gets some life experience. We'll see. Only time will tell.
Yeah, it'll take time for her to grow up.
Yeah, might be.
And her content might get better then. You never know.
Maybe. I don't know. Something people don't typically learn talent. Either you're able to do it or you're not.
I just had talented friends.
Look at you. You cheeky monkey. Very well done, sir. That's right, because if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Mr. Irish, you got anything else?
Just about idubbz. That was a good investment, though, to pay $200 just to go to a show to do that. That's by far a good investment.
I would say so. That's probably a 5 million hit video.
Yeah, you get it back straight away. So it was a good choice on his part to do it. So
yeah, I agree. Irish, you have yourself a good night, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
You too.
Take it easy. All right, let's bring in a good friend. He's always got good stuff to say, even though he does drive me crazy. Don't ever tell him that I actually said something nice about him. It's the one and only C-Man. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? Oh, and he fucks it. C-Man, are you there? You fuck. Unbelievable. Tried to get him on, and he screwed it up. We had Aeon. Let's have Aeon's Belch on. Aeon's Belch, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, how's it going, Dave? First time
pal?
caller, long time listener.
Ah, nice. How long have you been wanting to say something like that?
Very long, actually. I wanted to call in yesterday on the Catch 33 after party, but I didn't get a chance. Just one quick question.
Yeah.
Seeing how everything's been like so cancerous in the YouTube community, like over the last couple months or whatever, if you could go back and like completely just restart your YouTube career, like from the moment you started, would you start again?
No. If you've been following my channel, I've been doing this for about 2.5 years, and I started as basically the exact same thing I do now, just a little bit more wrestling heavy. But I always did other things as well. I always had Nerd and the Jerk and other talk shows and stuff that I did. But now I've become a little bit, because this channel is, look, it's about wrestling, it's about video games, but really it's about me. It's about my life. I do this because I'm hurt, I'm crippled, and this is my form of therapy. So I come on here and I talk about whatever's going on in my life. The reality is my life has changed over the past few months, and YouTube has become a bigger portion of it. So I'm getting more ingrained into the YouTube culture and everything. But no, I wouldn't change anything. I'm really proud of the journey of the people who have been around this channel since the beginning, people who've grown with me, and people who have just come on board. I think it's necessary. I think YouTube is like anything else. You grow, you gain experience as you continue to go up the ranks. You keep grinding, you keep creating content, and if people gravitate towards you, you grow.
That's an awesome answer. That's really inspiring.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. You got anything else for me, buddy?
No, that's it. Hope you have a great rest of the show.
You too, man. We're going to get up out here real soon. I appreciate the call. Aeons Belch, have a good night. Good stuff. Let's try C-Man one more time. Maybe he fixed his shit. Hopefully you hit it with a tack hammer and it's working now. C-Man, live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can, you sexy bitch. What's up?
Sorry about that. My mic was like ever so slightly unplugged.
I love that. It was ever so slightly unplugged. That's fantastic. What do you got for me, C-Man?
It wasn't like super unplugged because like the light on it was still on, but it wasn't connected enough to the computer.
I don't care how unplugged it was. I don't give a shit. What do you got for me?
My bad. Sorry for trying to apologize.
No, we already got through that. I want you to fuck me. My pussy is wet. My lips are like a flower. It's open for you, and I'm getting a disgusted look from my wife as I say this, but it's true. Fuck my pussy. Tell me what you got.
Well, I thought the Content Cop video was decent, but it was missing a really good rap verse for like that perfect oomph.
Is that what it was missing?
I think so. No, I did not care for it all that much. I thought both the Keemstar and Leafy ones were much more impactful and a hell of a lot more entertaining.
Oh, I don't know about impactful. I don't know about that. She's already lost 10,000 subs, which is greater than what Leafy lost in the first day. Leafy's just sustained. You know, that was the thing about the Leafy thing. It's just sustained. I don't know if it's more impactful. I think this is a more important topic. I think what this video calls out, because he did it perfectly in a lot of ways, he really did, is far more important than just being a cyberbully. This is essentially, it's a context of speech. It doesn't get much more important than that, man. I mean, you're talking about every single revolution, every single uprising. It always starts with expression, being able to freely express one's ideas, opinions, whatever. It's so important. It is maybe the most important thing to the human fabric. And whenever that is jeopardized, and with people like Tana, it is very much jeopardized that they had their way. They would just silence people. They didn't like saying certain words. It doesn't get much more important. I think he did a great job. So I don't know. I disagree with you a little, buddy. I think the Leafy video is better. It's a far superior video. There's no question in my mind about that. But because he made this personal and because he attacked it and hit it in such a perfect way, I don't know. I think it's more important.
I agree that what the video itself represents, the argument that it's in, is definitely a lot more important. But I feel like you could swap Tana out for just about any fucking anybody who's doing those vlogs that go on and exaggerate stories about their life or whatever. I mean, couldn't you fucking just slip Casey Neistat into that same position and it would have a similar effect?
If Casey Neistat reacted to a situation in the exact same way that she did, he would have been. If he would have called out idubbz, or sometimes it's not about what you say, it's who you say it to. You know, you can say a lot of offensive things or hurtful things to a lot of people. And sometimes they're going to be a doormat and they're just going to let you get away with it. But eventually there's that motherfucker who will punch you in the face. And she got punched in the face. It really is as simple as that.
I think part of the reason why I just don't give two shits about Tana is just because she's not in this community, so to say, which I know has already been stated before. But like when it happened to Keemstar and Leafy, these are guys that are associated to idubbz in some sort of way, whether it be same community, similar peers, whatever. With Tana, it's like in 2-3 weeks, who's really going to give a fuck who the content cop was on, more so what the argument in the content cop was.
I think because of look at the world around you right now. Look at our president. Look at Berkeley. Look at the things that are happening right now. This is going to be something that I think gains steam. This isn't going to be one of those that dies away. I disagree. And I think she is in our community. It's eventually, when it comes to free speech, when it comes to freedom of expression, when it comes to governing what words are magic and what words aren't, it's not a commentary community thing. It's not a video game community. It's a YouTube community-wide problem. And she is part of the YouTube community, just as I am, just as you are as a viewer, just as anyone else is as a creator or a viewer. And more importantly than that, this is spilled over, and it's actually just spilled into the YouTube community. This is a world problem right now. So I think it's bigger than you're giving it credit for.
You kind of swayed me with the YouTube community argument. I didn't really view it like that so much, but no, I appreciate your opinion on that.
Hey, no problem, man. You know what? This is the one thing I'm never going to do on this channel is silence people. I want I want to hear your reactions. I want to hear what you think. I want to hear what everybody has to think. And I'm not saying that you're wrong. I can disagree. I think it's important to have these type of discussions. So I'm glad that you brought up a differing opinion. And if you found some value or merit in something that I said, even fucking better. See, man. You got anything else before I get you out of here?
If you aren't silencing people, how come I'm not allowed to rap anymore? What's up with that?
Because you lost a bet, bitch. That's different. You made a bet and you lost, and you're a pain in my ass.
That's not fair, man.
I will give you 15 seconds to rap and go.
I don't want to rap tonight. I just
fail.
Mean in the future.
Oh, you bitch. I gave you the platform. Oh, get out of here, C, man. Oh, you're the worst type of person.
See ya.
Take it easy, buddy. Let's do some quick calls. I'm going to try to get through everybody that's in the Discord currently. Let's do it real quick. We're going to go really, really, really fast. Benji, rapid call. What you got? Go.
Yeah, you're right. Shit. Do you think this Tana and idubbz shit will die down?
Yes and no. Personally, between the two, yes. But as far as the war on words, no. It's going to get bigger.
How long? How long? Like, do you think it'll take?
Forever. The words, the word war has always waged and it'll continue to wage. It'll take different forms. It'll move on to something else, but it'll continue to wage. As far as people making videos and talking about it, if that's what you mean, a few more weeks.
Also, I've got another question quickly. Is WWE worth watching again? Because I used to watch it when I was a child back then, like a few years,
like
well,
wrestling,
quite
yeah.
a long time back.
If you like wrestling, absolutely. I think so, yeah.
Has a lot changed? Because I used to watch when like the Boogeyman and shit like that was rolling around.
It's changed and it hasn't changed. You know, I mean, wrestling is always going to fundamentally stay the same. There's different type of characters now, but I mean, there's something for everybody. And if you don't like the main product on Raw or SmackDown, there's NXT, there's CWC, there's now the UK division now. There's all kinds of stuff to watch. So, I mean, and outside of WWE, just wrestling in general, there is some just great physical violence that you can watch out there, be it Ring of Honor or New Japan Pro Wrestling, ICW. There are so many different places that you can go find. So if you ever loved wrestling and you want to rekindle it, now's the time.
Have you seen TNT?
TNT?
I think it's, yeah, it was like some Rust. Pardon? Yeah, TNA, that's it.
Yeah, it sucks. Benji, I appreciate the call. I will try to get through these guys. Take it easy, buddy.
Yeah, see you later. Take it easy, boy.
Take it easy, buddy. Down by the beach, buddy. Real quick, we're going through blitz calls. We're getting people as fast as we humanly can. Dan, live with Dead on Dave. Oh, Mike's muted. Not good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Fuck off. Let's go. KAIJU, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got? Real quick, blitz call.
Hi, Dave. First of all, great show.
Thank you, sir. Can't hear you. Uh-oh.
I was hosting my wife. We're greeting our and he comes in and she says hi, and I go, oh, my wife goes, oh, this is my friend Crystal. And I go, oh yeah, I remember you. We met at the New Year's Eve party. And she goes, no, we didn't. We've never met. And so I turn to my wife and I say, who was the black lady I met at the New Year's Eve party? And she gasped. Like my wife gasped, and then the other lady got pissed and walked off. For the rest of the night, nobody wanted to talk to me because I apparently made a racial slur.
Because you said
black
lady?
How the fuck is that a racial slur? Say that again?
Because you said black lady?
Yes, because I was like, then who was the black lady I met at a New Year's Eve party? And I'm talking about...
Oh, because all black people look the same. You racist cuck. No, you didn't do anything wrong, man. People are fucking sensitive. What are you going to do?
It's insane. It's just, and like, it's the context.
Context matters.
I get into...
Context wars being fought right now, buddy. I agree.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for taking my call.
No problem. Take it easy. I want to drag in. I'm dragging him. Vega, I'm stealing you from the conversation you were in, and I'm dragging you into mine because this is Lord Vega. He is the graphics guru for Catch 33. One of the most talented, I mean this sincerely, one of the most talented editors and visual designers on the fucking platform. He's a good friend. What's up, Vega?
What's going on, man? I was just looking around Discord trying to figure out what the fuck's going on here.
So I drag you in real quick. I'm getting ready to end the show. Thought I'd drag you in and say hi. How you doing? You sexy. Do you see how many people want to fuck you? Holy shit.
I do. I rewatched the show. I didn't even see half those things, man.
Holy shit, man. You go into the comment section. Everybody either wants to hang out with you, smoke weed with you, or suck your dick. It's amazing. It's amazing.
I'm just a graphics guy, man.
You are a bad motherfucker, man.
Do you like how that shit dropped as soon as we were done?
Oh my god!
As soon as we were done, that shit hit sub boxes. How perfect was that, dude?
I wish it would have been a few minutes later or right before, so we could have talked about it. So you've seen it by now. What did you think of the Content Cop?
Dude, you know what? I could probably get hate for this, but honestly, I think. Somebody told me on a different podcast, his girl was on there saying that they were a little disappointed. You know, I mirrored the fact that everybody hit the subject so hard that I think he just rushed it and pushed it out because we know the man can make videos like the Keemstar and the Leafy is here, detailed, highly edited, amazing, funny. You know what I mean? Like the guy put so much work, effort into it, and the quality is there from beginning to the end.
Let me ask you.
Then he dropped this, and I was like, oh, I was laughing, but I'm like, this was not. It doesn't look like he dropped it the way he wanted to.
Well, let me ask you.
I just feel like he dropped it.
Should it have been though? Because I mean, had this been anybody else, all the other Content Cops, there's nothing been personal. This was only done because of personal reasons. So there was really no content for him to police. It was only her. So I don't know if this should have been a video where it was overly done. I think the fact that it was gritty, the fact that he looked disheveled and like he looked strung out during this video because he was trying to pump it out, I think it's what made it personally. I don't think it's better than the Leafy video. I think from a production standpoint, obviously the Leafy video is hands down better. But, you know, it's, I don't know. I like it because it was different. I like it because this video would never been made had she not attacked him. Never.
I think that's one of the biggest statements right there. Because you once you caught his attention, his eyes went to you. You know, for her anyway.
Yep.
The eyes just fucking locked in and was like, okay, bitch, let me see what I could do here. And then obviously he started working on it. That I think the biggest problem was the jig was up as soon as he met her.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? As soon as he met her, that footage came out and planet Earth just blew the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, and his whole situation was blown up.
Oh, yeah. I love the fact that he basically went on the video and said the same thing we all already said, but it was still funny. That's impressive to me. Because
Yeah, for
like
sure.
after so many things, after the same joke is repeated over and over, it's not funny anymore. It was still funny when he did it. I think that's impressive. Might be the best
I'm
compliment
not saying
you can
he's he. I don't think he was like an asshole or it was shit. I'm
Sure.
just saying I just had the feeling like as soon as it was done, I was like, man, I bet you he was planning on something
I totally
a lot
get where you're
better.
coming from. And that's not a surprise coming from a perfectionist such as you. It's not a surprise.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. It just seemed like, fuck. I don't know. It just had that vibe of I had to push this out. My bad. But
You gotta
it's
keep in
out.
mind,
The
you're talking
impact
to
is
a-
have it.
You're talking to a fat guy sitting in a basement with a J-Cat on his fucking head. I love it when people just spit it. And that motherfucker went on and spit it, and it was real.
Yeah,
It was real,
true.
and I loved it. I loved it because it was real. That's what I liked about it.
True. Well, you're not lying, and you already see the impact. So
Yeah, pretty big. Vega, my friend, I just wanted to bring you in, talk to you for a second. Tell the kids where they can find you before I get you out of here.
on Twitter, I'm at the Lord Vega, and on YouTube, just search Lord Vega. I think I got the URL. So, by the way, we got to get our Catch 33 URL real quick, man.
We got to do
We'll
what?
hop on there. We got to get our own URL real quick, man. I don't think we got it. So
I don't think we have our own personal one yet. We got to do that. But his channel as well as Catch 33 are in my featured channels box, so make sure you go check that out as well. Vega, my friend, I will talk to you later.
All right, bro. Appreciate it.
No problem. Take it
Later.
easy. Good stuff, man. I love me some Vega. He's a good man. And I love all of you guys, man, for hanging out with me tonight. Hope you had a fun time. This has been a great show. I kind of wanted to, I don't know what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of days. The reality is my best friend, my partner in life. I'm not trying to be overly mushy or anything, but the reality is this woman is everything to me. Not only emotionally, but because if she goes down, I go down. I can't take care of myself. I cannot take care of myself. Oh my God. She's going in for her first surgery ever. 40 years old, never had a surgery. She's going in for her first one tomorrow. It's very procedural. It's just a gallbladder removal. It's not that big of a deal. But I love this woman. And she's so important to me. And I'm not always the best husband in the world, and I don't know. I just her being away from me makes me sad. It does. I'm gonna be fucking so depressed tomorrow. She's gonna be in the hospital. It'll be fun. I might smoke. First time in my life, I might smoke cigarettes. I might go smoke cigarettes tomorrow. I'm gonna go find some crack cocaine. I heard that helps. Does it help? I've heard crack cocaine helps in situations like this. Does anyone know where I can get heroin?
If you film me when I'm still like loopy and shit, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
You know I'm gonna film you while you're loopy. That's how people show love.
Yeah.
That's how we show love. But please go ahead and throw some love to my wife on Twitter at Mel776. She is the copious wife. She's posting cat videos daily now, and she's fantastic. She really is a wonderful, wonderful woman. And I love her to death. So I don't know what's going to happen the next couple of days with the channel. I'm going to do the best I can, but I'm probably going to be an emotional fucking wreck. I did get a great offer from just a outstanding fucking human being, Ginger Heat. He might be coming on tomorrow. We might just grip it and rip it and talk some wrestling and bullshit and have a good time because he wants to help me take my mind off of stuff. That was so nice of him to say. He's absolutely amazing. And you guys are amazing. Hope you had a fantastic night. I had a great night. Did you have a fun night? You wore a Pikachu outfit. That's amazing. For me. And for the lovebirds. Thank you guys very much for joining us right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Make sure you're checking out everything that's going on in the community. I can't do SmackDown tonight. I got to get up early. I'm going with the wife to the hospital, so I can't do SmackDown Live tonight. I should have done Raw Live last night. I apologize for that. I just didn't think it through. I'm a fat guy wearing a J-Cat. You can't really expect too much of me, so I did what I can. So there won't be SmackDown. I'll try to do it tomorrow at some point. It's just my week's in flux. I can't. I'm sorry. Thank you guys very much for joining us right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have fucking talented friends. Keep it copious, folks. And peace. WrestleCrate. Code Dead on Dave. 10% off your first purchase. Bye.